In 1962, the greatest football club on earth, Real Madrid, traveled thousands of miles from Europe to a young African republic, Ghana. Ghana had recently gained its independence from colonial powers, so this visit was quite surprising. At that time, Real Madrid were European giants, having won 5 consecutive European Cups, which was from 1956 to 1960. So their presence in Ghana was a huge deal. So what brought the Kings of Europe to Accra, and what happened when they faced the Black Stars? Welcome to Volley, and this is the forgotten story of when Ghana hosted Real Madrid. 5 years after gaining independence in 1957, Ghana was Africa's shining light. Nkrumah along with Ghana became an inspiration for other African countries to also sought for independence. President Kwame Nkrumah wasn't just building a nation, he was building a global identity, and one of his most powerful tools, football. Kwame Nkrumah saw football as a unifying and diplomatic tool. This ideology led to the reformation of the then Ghana national team, which played under the epithet Gold Coast to Black Stars in 1957. The same year the country got its independence. Back then, the Black Stars were more than just a team, they were a national symbol. Under coach Charles Kobe, Ghana was becoming a force in African football, and Nkrumah as a visionary saw football as more than a sport. It was diplomacy, pride, and soft power rolled into one. At the same time in Europe, one club stood above all, Real Madrid. Between 1956 and 1960, they won 5 straight European Cups. Led by legends like Alfredo Di Stefano, Ferenc Puskás, and Paco Gento, they became a global symbol of football and excellence. So when they announced a goodwill tour of Africa, it sent waves of excitement across the African continent. The tour included stops in several African nations, but Ghana was the crown jewel of the trip, since it was the first sub-Saharan African country to gain its independence. In August 1962, Real Madrid touched down in Accra. Some of the first team players were missing, but the delegation included key players, coaches, and club officials. It was a symbolic visit, one of respect and cultural exchange. The match was held at the Accra Sports Stadium. There was a massive crowd turnout. People packed the stadiums or rooftop, some even climbing trees just to get a glimpse of this historic fixture. It was Ghana's Black Stars versus the mighty visitors from Madrid. After 90 minutes of pure thrill and intensity, the match finally came to an end in a 3-3 draw, a scoreline which proved Ghana's worth on the pitch. It wasn't just a football game, it was a symbolic moment, proving that African football belonged on the world stage. The symbolism of the clash goes beyond the game. It was political as it was sporting. To Nkrumah, it was a message to the world. Ghana and Africa were ready to stand shoulder to shoulder with the world's elites. This match symbolized unity, progress, and equality. Nkrumah, along with Ghana, used this event as a way to show Ghana's global relevance. Real Madrid's visit wasn't just about sports, it was about recognition, about showing that African nations had talent, organization, and a place on the global stage. The impact of that day has lasted ever since. It inspired a generation of Ghanaian footballers and also cemented Ghana's status as a footballing power in Africa. And while this story is rarely told, its legacy lives on in every Ghanaian star who dreams of Europe and in every young boy in Accra or Kumasi who dares to believe. Sometimes the most powerful stories aren't the ones told the loudest, they are the ones that live quietly in the hearts of people, dreamers, and even nations. This was one of them. I hope this inspires you to chase your dreams and continue believing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.